Excuse me, that was a bit of a rush. Hi, everybody. Excuse me. Yeah, that was a little bit rushed at the end there. How's everybody doing? It's Sunday. So, hope you all had a decent week and a decent weekend. And we got a few different things to do today. And we'll probably not get to all of them, but we're going to try and get to some of them. Get some parchment here. It's good. Mango Doritos. Lovely. So I got a couple pieces I want to back. And while those dry, and actually they're probably going to dry overnight, then we're going to go outside. There's a little bit of an unboxing I'd like to do. And maybe Freckle Cat will be back in time for that. We'll see. And then going to cut some of those outside, and then we're going to come inside and we're going to cut, shape, and maybe polish a couple of pieces too. So, hi there, welcome in. Hi there. Sorry, that was a bit of a rush getting ready here. Hey, Logan. Is it morning? We're afternoon. I wish it was morning. I wouldn't be so rushed. So, what I'm going to do, got a couple of things to do. So this piece was so thin, that's the thick side of it. And get in here. And that's the thin side of it. So I'm going to place that onto a piece of wild horse Jasper. I think we're going to keep this side as the back, something like that. And then from there, gonna JB weld that on there, and then we will cut that and we will change the angle because I can reorient it, hopefully, to get it flat on both sides or domed on both sides. Hey Jed, how you doing today? We are doing good. Gonna do a quick mix here, so gonna do that one. This tiny little piece of Variscite. Thought I'd try and save it. Glue that to a piece of petrified wood. Just dark piece of wood. So I thought I'd try that. Then we're gonna go outside. Let me take that piece off because we're not gonna do that today. And then we're gonna go outside. We're gonna open up an unboxing that I got. I won a subscriber appreciation over at Soul Adventurist, and she sent me a box of rocks. It's like Christmas in June, not July, and we're going to open that up. So let's get going. I'm going to come down here real quick, over here, and we're going to mix this JB weld up, get these stones started, and then we'll probably head outside and do the unboxing outside as long as the rain holds. So I don't need too much of this. That's okay, Jet. I mean, it's all it's all unexpected anyway, and very appreciative. So that'll be another educational. So Soul Adventurist is going to probably go mostly to the kids at school, at Freckle Cat school, and she gets to do science with them. So I don't know why I'm putting the hardener first, but we're going to do hardener first on this one. And I really don't need too much. Hi everybody, welcome in. We're just doing a quick JB weld backing. I'm going to squeeze these two pieces together. This is a piece of wild horse Jasper. It actually came off, I can show you. Came off this big old slab here. So I've got more of that to cut and to cab, so I thought it'd be interesting to just JB weld that one on there, let that dry overnight, and then we're going to head outside, open up a box full of rocks, and after the box full of rocks, we will probably cut a few of them on the saw, and then we'll probably head back in and we'll cut and shape and polish a few pieces in here. Actually, while there's so many people here, I have to tell you guys something. I don't know how to explain this. So I worked all my life. I've worked hard all my life. And I started doing these rocks, cutting rocks, opals, 5 years ago now. Not with any expectations. The subscribers are about to hit 2,400. And I've been getting these paybacks, like life paybacks, that I can't tell you how much joy they give me. Jed in the chat, for example, North Star in the chat, for example. All these people in this community that reach out and help each other out, and it blows me away. And then so I'll probably do another rewards. So I did 50-50. I hope I did. It looked all right. I probably did too much, but that's okay. And so I got an email the other day. I think you guys may have seen him in the chat last time. But it's Koa. And Koa a while back, I think won the first rewards giveaway. And he sent me some pictures the other day in an email thanking me again. But I wanted to show you guys. I'm going to hit the green screen. Hopefully it's going to work on the green screen. But the payback that I'm getting, I don't know how to... Honestly, I don't even know how to accept it. I'm not great at accepting things like presents, gifts, compliments, things like that. Let's see if we can find this. So Koa, after he did this, they live over on the West Coast, and sent me an email about how much inspiration I'd given him, his son, and his family, and they were going to start a channel of their own. Well, they won the giveaway, and this is what they made out of it. That's my stove. And hey, Koa, how you doing, sir? I mean, isn't that spectacular? So not only did they make this cuff, but they made this cuff for their son. And it blows me away that this piece is now going to live on probably far longer than I'm going to live on. And yeah, so isn't that spectacular? It's so cool. It's a great design. Love the design. They worked on it quite a bit, I know. They told me. And it took them a few times. So let's go back here. See if we can... Well, that's a bit large, but we'll do that. Let's go back to green screen. So that's that there. Now I don't know why it's enlarged so much, but we're going to try this again, because I want to show you the whole piece. So it's done. Let's try redoing it and picking that up again. So they're going to start a channel. Bump. Oh, well, thank you for the rubies right there. I don't know if you can see the channel. The channel is going to be down there. You can kind of see that. Live for Today Adventures. That's the cuff. I mean, that's just freaking... Hey, thank you, North. I appreciate that, North. Isn't that amazing? And then I think I cropped it correctly, so let me go back out because I want to double check. Well, the one with his son is not showing up, and that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. So I wanted to show that. Maybe we'll show his son at another time. But he's this little dude, surfer-looking dude. long hair. He's probably like 5 or somewhere between like 5 and 8. I probably need Freckle Cat for that. And he's sporting the cuff. And yeah, I mean, that's just amazing to me. So these are the things that are helping me go on. Although I'd be doing it anyway. So I'm just so happy to be sharing it. And let's get on with what we were doing. And then now I got to go outside, unbox some rocks that came in from 3.5. Oh my goodness. Wow. He reminds me and Freckle Cat of 2 of our neighbors that we had. They were skater kids. And they're still surfing. Oh, what happened? Let's get out of that green screen. They're still surfing. They used to play in the storm drains with our kids. And they're doing fantastic. But they used to all play in the storm drain, running around the neighborhood, causing mischief. Nothing bad, just a little bit of mischief. And they went on to do, one of them went on to do like the national robotics competition. But he went national. So really smart kids, and your son really reminds us of them. So really looking forward to seeing how he turns out. Making a mess here. Let me put a little bit more on. Boop. So yeah, I didn't think starting this channel I was going to be giving inspiration to others. Really didn't. I'm making a huge mess, but that's okay. Oops. I don't have to show you guys the mess I'm making. I can clean it up. Yeah. So that's the cleaned up version. And so it's fairly flat up there, and then I'll be able to reorient it when it gets dried up. And put that off to the side. Like that, and then I got one more up here I wanted to do. This one. Just a little piece of Variscite. And I'm going to stick it on this petrified wood. Wow, I wanted to show this picture. I'd cropped it, so I'd cropped it down to his arm, and I can't pull it up right now. But if it's okay, I'd like to do the crop of his arm and put a little short up with the pictures that you sent me. And maybe, I don't know if we wait until this channel's actually started, and then we can kind of promote your channel a little bit that way. So let me know on that. Alright, that's it. Boink. Now we're going to go outside. So let's show it one last time if you guys are watching, because it is a very, very cool piece. And I'm proud of the stone, but the piece just really, really makes it fantastic. And let's put this up. So we're going to have that up. You guys, so this is going to be their channel. Live for Today Adventures. It sounds really exciting, and I'm really excited about seeing some of the content that comes up. So let's get out of that. Thank you, Koa and family. So that's done. I really should find something else that I need to back, because that's a little bit of a waste. I won't find anything until it's dried out, so let's just leave it for right now. Oh, we could do this one. Let's do this one. I'm going to back this real quick. I'm actually doing like one side of this. And then my favorite thing, so after putting the JB weld on, the other two pieces not so much, this piece needs something to sit on while it dries. And, oh, I do have another one. Dang it. No, I don't have enough. Where is it? Yeah, my favorite stuff to put on put this on after I've backed it is printer paper label, sort of the leftover label, and the wax back. Let's do that. Do a little squeeze. And I got to scrape a little bit more together. I forgot about this piece, and ooh, I don't know if that's going to make it. See how it's cracked there already? It's only cracked to here. Excuse the nails, but I've been working outside. And we're about to go outside. So I'm just going to put a really thin backing on this one. Boop. And then I'll take a peek at the chat. Oh, this is thin. Thin, thin, thin. Whew. So it's thin, thin, thin. And messy, messy, messy. Hi, everybody. I'll be with you guys in a second. I am busy making a mess of myself and the stone. That's okay. There you go. That'll work. Let me just do a little squeeze onto that wax paper and leave it overnight. Little squeeze. Little squeeze and a little twirl, actually, because you want it to go outside of all the edges, and that'll work. Done. Let's get rid of that. Clean up my hands a little. I think we're going to head outside. So, yeah, let's go outside. Let me get some coffee. Those are going to sit overnight. We're good there. I don't need to bring any of this out. Yeah, let's go outside. Take a little walk here. Boop. This is the cutting table. Got two saws out here. They're both tile saws. And this might sound a little odd, but I have a fig tree right here, which is my citrus going. I did have dragon fruit in here somewhere, but it seems, I think we moved it. But this fig tree, and some of the fig trees locally tend to get black leaves sometimes. And I've been throwing all my dirty water on it. So so this is what a real leaf should look like. And this is what a leaf with all my soil water has on it. I didn't know if it would kill the plant or not. But in there, I think I'm starting to get some little figs started. And I'm wondering if having that mineral juice on there is actually stopping the insects from attacking it. It's actually saving it, but I don't know. Let's have a look here. Thank you for the hearts. Jean, welcome. You too, Ka. I really appreciate that. I really do. You have no idea. That cat was pretty much crying last night. And, hey, Desiree, how are you doing today? Desiree is just starting too. Just got her first polisher. Hey, Dusty, how are you doing today? Kier, welcome in. Yeah, I have some neem, but I don't know. We've got some pretty resistant insects around here. But I don't actually think, it might not be insects. It may be some sort of leaf fungus. Oopsie, let's not do that. Sorry about throwing you over the top there. Come on. There you go. So right now we have at the table. Let's have a look. So this is from Soul Adventurist. I don't know how long ago, like a month and a half. But she's been very busy, and it took a while to get here. But it's a freebie that I won. So hey, Addie, how you doing? Um, so why not? Yes, Desiree, you do. Um, you could probably not necessarily do a full. It depends how you're polishing. You probably don't need a full-on respirator, but at least a 95. But I am not the safety guy, as you will see. And yeah, so, but yes, you're better off to over safety than under safety. I need a little, give me 1 second. There we go. This will work. Who knew I could repurpose this? So yeah, this came from, well, maybe not. That's how sharp that was. Are you kidding me? Really? Change your plan. There's something around here. We'll get it open. So yeah, soul_adventurist. She does sales of materials, a lot of petrified woods, slabs. She takes you out on little adventures. So yeah, please go over, subscribe to her. She's a big support to others within the community. This, come on. I feel like that Opal guy right now for some reason. So this is some of the material that she gets. She does a lot of tumbles as well. Man. Thought I was prepared today. I guess I'm not prepared today. So, come on. Whew. There we go. That's it. I'll see you guys later. Now, let's have a look here. So, I know she sent. Oh, I forgot. Here you go, Desiree. This is what you need to get started. I don't know about everybody else, but this is how I started. I forgot I won this. Isn't that great? So thank you so much for that. I guess so. I get the cheap stuff. Yeah, so if you really want to just get started, this isn't a bad way to do it, and then have a good polisher at the end. But you can also polish with these. This one does have the felt in there, so maybe some cerium oxide powder and some ZAM, both cheap. So yeah, you wet that felt, put some cerium on it. That's good for your really hard stones and stones that don't have too many fractures in them. Oh my goodness, I don't know if we're cutting this today or not. What is this? Raw material needs to be wet. Okay. Oh, it says wet me. I bet. Let's see. What else have we got? I'm going to know some of these, and I'm not going to know a lot of these. Alright, some nice quartzy pieces. I don't know if there's an agate hiding in that one or not. So we'll get all these. Oh, it does have lines in it, fortifications. That's neat. Very cool. So those will be fun to play around with. Like I said, she sent these especially for the kids at Kat's school. It goes in my pocket. Yeah, I think that's the same in a lot of things. All right. Wow. Wow. Look at that one. These are going to be fun. So some of these I'm just going to have to polish up. And all these little bitties in here. Like little pieces of wood maybe. I'm not sure what the sand splodge is, unless it's like a rose quartz. Not rose quartz. Selenite. Rose selenite. I'll have to ask her what these ones are. They're like little, almost like little florets, little flowers. Oops. These are going to be great for the kids at school. So what Freckle Cat does is she just gives them the raw material. Desert rose, thank you, no. Which I think is a selenite. Nice little quartz pyramid in there. So she will just give them these samples, and they have to figure out, look at this little point, they have to figure out what it is. So they have to do it with hardness, what the formation looks like. Look at this one. That's a neat little point, right? Double point, terminated, double terminated, kind of triple. It's got two on this end, one on this one, and a two little point. That might go in my pocket. Yeah, that one's really neat. That's very cool. That's got, that feels good. Yeah, that might have to go in the pocket for a minute. So with things I find at estate sales and sometimes rocks, they end up in my pocket. They don't end up in the wash. And look at this little point. Maybe you know this one, Jasper. Oh, let's get a little light on there, huh? I think. There we go. It's a nice dirty point. Got some, I think, hematite on the bottom there. Maybe something else. Actually, it's on the top. That's very cool. That's a nice little piece. Like glitter. There's a little pointy one in there. If you can see. Now the kids are gonna love this. I'll tell you what, Freckle Cat's gonna love this first. Look at this little smoky. This one's neat too. Thank you so much, Soul. Again, this is Soul Adventurist. That's Soul, SAUL _ Adventurist. These are neat little pieces. Really neat pieces. Alright. Let's put those in a bag so I don't lose them. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, a couple more. This is really cool, so because these, you can each give one to the students for them to work stuff out. Look at this little guy. guy's cool. Look at this little guy. He is so neat. Look at that. That's very cool. Alright. Those ones we don't have to wet. Let's get those all in one place so I don't lose them. Oh, I have to put it back in the box. Back in the box. Unwrap this one. Oh my goodness, what is this? Oh my goodness, I don't know what it is. Look at this. So, I don't know what kind of material that is. But if you like sparklies and fairy stuff, or dust, look at that. So, that's so cool. Soul_adventurous. That's so neat. Wow. Like I was saying at the beginning, this community is so kind. Yep. Hey, Miss Story. Yeah, but the druzy on this is gorgeous. Really nice big crystals on it. You can just play around in the light for a while. Maybe the other one's the same. Let's see. Oh, look at this one. Same sort of look to the material. And let's switch her over. Look at that. That's super neat. Yeah, very, very, very neat. I don't know if it's calcite crystal. Could be quartz, but I think it might be calcite too. Really nice druzy. Great specimens. Look how it was forming up here. Alright. Put those back in the bag. Yeah. So this one looks like it was this one looks like it was packed by Timu. Oh, okay. That's not to that one, I think it's this one. See if I can get this right. Okay, they're all from different pieces, maybe. Yeah. Let's see if I can do this. Oops, peekaboo. But yeah, 3 geode halves. Look at that. Quartz geodes. These ones are really nice. I have some, they don't turn out like this. Wow, this I can already see Freckle Cat's class notes. Thank you so much, Soul. Yeah, these ones are super clear. Really nice. It feels good too. Okay, so let's put those back in. Those back in. That back in. This back in. And we're going to take a bit closer look at these. And have a look at these. So these are little agates. Some per se agates. Yeah, the geodes were really nice. Let's give these a little squirt. The fortifications on that's neat. I don't think I can see as well as you guys can see, to tell you the truth. But yeah. All kinds of geology to learn off of these. This one, I don't know if it's a Montucket, but a Montana, quite possibly. Look at that, fresh from the ground right there. May have moss inside, but it comes with moss on the outside. That's really neat. Alright. Those are fun. I don't know, do we cut one of these just to see? Maybe we will. Maybe we'll cut this one. See if it has any sort of face on it. Hi everybody, welcome in. It is Soul. It is SOUL _ adventurist. ADVENTURIST. Soul adventurist. Probably should have written it down, shouldn't I? But I'll be doing another. I'll be putting up a. Let's get some sunlight. I'll put up a short on these as well. I do not. I'm trying to think where she's from, and I ripped off the address. I have the address inside. It is sort of northwest-ish, but more like sort of Midwest, I believe. That is correct, exactly, Desiree, right there. Yes. And she does little sales too. And if you say you came over from RocksAlot, I'm sure she'll take care of you. Or she might charge you double. I'm not sure. All right. These ones. Wow, so, all right. These ones were getting wet, as requested on the bag. Some sort of, got some crystallines to it. Feels like a concretion of some kind. This is more like a rose quartz. Little bit of rosy to it. No, we're not even there yet, North. I still got I got a, look at this one. This one under the UV glows probably fluorescence. We got a whole bag here, North. Still to go. And I got a bag over there with agates in it too. We'll be cutting some of them. I don't think it's rhodonite. I mean, it's got a little pink to it, but rhodonite. So rhodonite, Desiree. If you found rhodonite out in the wild as such, you might see the pink inside, but a lot of times you'll just see a black skin to it. So it's like a really thin skin, and it's oxidized. So a lot of times when they find rhodonite out there, it just looks sort of like this black boulder or black rock. And it's not until you cut. I will show you. Hold on 1 second. So I just happen to have a piece right here. And I'm pretty sure I'm correct because it's got a label on it. But so this is kind of how it's cracked and somebody glued it back together. But that's a rhodonite, and you can see where it's all been oxidized. And so if you imagine this was just a rock out in the wild, you know, piece on this end, piece on this end, all this black would be on the outside. And it's the same place, I think. She goes out and she rock counts them. If you want to take a screen picture of it, you could do screen picture screenshots and then send them over to her. This one's neat too. Is this the one you're talking about? I think this is adventurous. Maybe, I mean adventurine, not adventurist. So, all right. That's a nice fancy bag. This one's probably got some sparkles on it. Nice. Okay. Put those back in the bag. They're wet anyway. Be careful of the rhodonite. I think we're going to open this one up just to see if it has any lines in it. And then there's another bag. Oh my goodness. So, way too much. So kind of you. I'm going to open that one up. This is an agate of some kind. Let's turn it over. Get this one wet. I think it's a Malawi. Large one. Super nice. Look at the lines and the colors in there, and the colors on the outside there. Needs a good polish, but fabulous. This one's screaming at me. So many, I know. All right, here we go. So I'm reading the chat at the same time. You know, wet this from the bottom. You ready? Let's see. What? Let's turn this up a little. There you go. That's spectacular. Look at the fine fortifications in that. Let's see if I can bring it in a little closer. How fine that is in there. That's amazing. Let's go that blue. That's fantastic. All right. Piece of lapis. This is, I think, Wendy would call this from She would call this denim lapis, is what she was doing. Yeah. I think this may be an Apache tear, which is obsidian. And I think they find the Apache tears outside in New Mexico somewhere. I don't know how close to Taos it is, but pretty sure it's in New Mexico, maybe Arizona. Well worth looking up the story behind the Apache tears.
My kids know it.
Oh, Freckle Cat's kids know it, because we have a bag of them. So, yeah, we do too, Miss Dory. They're great. So all these for the kids,
Gonna go nuts.
they're gonna go bonkers. Piece of slag glass. I think I might be wrong actually. It might be quartz. It's mighty shiny where it's cleaved off here. I said cleaved.
Yes, you did.
Not sure what this one is. Little Jasper. Hi everybody, thanks for coming in. If you do have a second, go ahead and hit that thumbs up there. And if you'd like, subscribe. I go live on Sundays at 2, Thursdays at 6, and sometimes we'll do a pop-up in between. And we're just going through a fantastic box that I got from Soul Adventurist. Some more Apache tears. I'm not sure if that's full on. It's obsidian. I'm not sure if that's an Apache tear. This one could be. I wonder if it's got any color in it. I don't see any right away. So I'll have to look at those pieces of obsidian, whether it's got some color in there. Eek. Hi, Toby. Those are my toes, Toby. Look at this lovely little one.
That's so pretty.
Hey, Star. Star, look at all the goodies I got. Well, let me go that way. This is from Soul Adventurist. And we can open this one in a second. Look at this one. I love the outsides of these. Lovely little agate. Look at the colors in that. I wonder how that happened. Look, it broke off and stuck back together again. Or it just hitched a ride. What is this little guy? Is it a tumble? It's like a 50-50. I mean, it is agatized. That's really fun, that one. That's definitely a good pocket stone. Really good pocket stone. And got a handful of something. There's some little bits in here. So, thank you so much. And then, let's cut this one real quick. See if I can use my hand saw. There you go. Look how quick that is. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. What? Oh, we gotta get this one wet. Look at that quartzies. There's pockets in there. Wow. What an amazing box. Really, really amazing. And super, super kind. So, thank you so much. I'll write out an email to you too. But thank you so, so much. Kids are going to go nuts. And I'm sure Freckle Cat will probably get a picture or two. At least with hands in. I don't know if we can put the kids in or not. But you'll see them all lined out on the table. So that'll be beginning of next year, maybe. Yep, beginning of next year. So the kids they'll all be newish. So let's go over here to the little saw. We're going to try the little saw first. I need to run inside real quick. You put Toby on the saw. I got to run in real quick. Yeah.
It's not plugged in, is it? Hello? 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 Toby, look up here. Look up here. I can only see her here.
Yep. Toby playing on the saw.
Hi.
There you go. All right. Everybody says hi, Toby. So, I'm gonna do a few soft pieces first, because I don't know how good my blade is. So it's best to get those softer pieces out of the way, and then we'll go from there. Desiree, hang out for a minute or two. We've got, as one of our purchases, because I haven't started the memberships yet, but as one of our purchasers and newer subscribers, I think Freckle Cat may have put you in the rock hounding sub club. So these are all Kiva Varisites. We're going to cut a few of these. I want to do that piece of Kingman. I'm just going to cut it. We're going to do it. Gorgeous that side. I'm going to see if I can nip off the top, hopefully, without nipping off my fingers. And I got a couple of other pieces of Variscite that need some sort of saw work. That's gorgeous. I might just cut that off right here. All right, Desiree, you there? You are now part of the rock hounding sub club. So we put you up. You join the others in the display. And this was the interpretation from Freckle Cat
Of the channel.
of the channel. So we saw some stars and the moon and
It's a little crescent dog.
little bit of tarot. So actually, this one, Jed, is a little bit older. I think this is. So you go in with Star and Steven, and we have one other one to show, but we're waiting for them to come into chat. So we'll just wait until they come into chat live.
Bye-bye.
All right. So I did see the moon last night. I didn't plan on seeing the moon last night, but Toby decided that I wanted to see the moon last night. So we came out here. And yeah, luckily I didn't scare the neighbors. So, all right. Let's just get going on this before I lose track of what I'm trying to do. And should be good there. It looks good. Gonna make some noise. And let's try an easy-ish one. So, gonna go right down the middle. Yeah, isn't it pretty cool that I know it sounds silly, but we all get to see the similar moon from different sides of the world. But now I'm stretching, so pieces have gone to Star over in the UK, all the way over to the west coast of California, which is really neat. All right, this is going to be noisy, and let's see how we do. So unfortunately, that cracked out. There's nothing I could do about it. Even if I'd backed it, I guess I could have backed it. And now that chunk is off, which I can save that. Let me see if I can. I'm going to try and get that other side off without this side breaking off. I don't know if it's going to happen. Don't know if it's going to happen. Let's see. Okay, I think I gotta back you guys up a little bit. I'll back you up and then take you in some. It's not too bad. We're getting a pretty good spray on here. Hopefully that'll work. And so no good on the first bit. This one I'm just going to try and take off that top piece. It may crack out too. Hey Dave, how you doing? Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, we should make one a day. We haven't, yeah. Didn't even think about that. Did pretty good. I'm probably pressing too hard on the blade. So that's the chunk. That's really nice. So actually I can get a butterfly effect there. Dave, hope you're doing alright. Hope you picked up the guitar in the last few days. That's that one and that one. Oh man. I'm scared to do this one. Boop. This is some of the better stuff. And okay. Call me crazy. Let's see. Can I get one through the middle? I'm trying to save this. If I can get a double through there, that would be fantastic. Let's give it a try. Let's take this one a little slower. Thanks for all those thumbs up there. Got my watering can. So I was going through some of my old videos, and that Dremel also reminded me as well. Thank you, Saul. But I used to find anything with a motor, and it may have been Dave that got me going on it. Anything with a motor that I thought I could retrofit into some sort of polisher, shaper, cutter, anything like that. I was looking through my stuff yesterday, and I had pet. It was like a pet nail Dremel that has the sandpaper on the top. I even used to use that too. So use anything you can find. All right, let's give this a try. Where is my best? I think that's it. I'm trying to get 2 stones out of this, but I'm wondering whether I need to just chop this end off, because there's not a lot. There's not really a lot in here. Or do I just go straight down the middle? So if I chop this end off, I would take this chunk and split it down the middle. So maybe I can just cut that end off here. Not easy. I think that's what we're doing. Right through there. Oh, that's not right. Right through there. That's what I want. Okay. Here we go. So I was pretty much right, actually. So I kind of cut down here. This is the part that I didn't think had anything in it. And actually when you pull that off like that, it's gorgeous greens. Gorgeous greens. Beautiful piece. So I probably should have gone with my intuition and just chopped that off right there. But maybe I can get a little bit larger stone in there as well. But yeah. So that was that was the sun doing that, and you can see the difference with highlight and low light. But that's really nice. Jed, I sent a couple. I don't know if you've seen them yet, but I can send another one. But it could also pay for the shipping that you sent me. So yeah, really nice, that piece. Boo, boo, boo. Yep, there's in there. Put this one away. That one we're going to do later. Alright, let's try the really hard one. I'm not so sure on this. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, this one's tricky. They're all tricky. This is really tricky. I mean, I showed you, we opened this up, what, 2 weeks ago now? And it's stunning. And really that seam is only that high. And I'm wondering if I can snip off the top. The problem is that we're not cutting fantastic today, and I have to cut it this way so that because my blade tends to veer off this way to the right. I think it's to the right to you guys too. So I'd rather try and snip this top off, screw it up, and make it too thin than to get into this part, which is really what I'm after. So let's give this a try. Deep breath. Deep breath. Let's do this. A little more water. You can do this. Right there. Right there. Oh, kind of fits in there well. Let's do that. Okay, here we go. Gonna take a little bit of time on this one. It's a little bit thinner than I'd hoped, but don't. So now I can JB weld this top piece and blink. Yeah, I'll JB weld that. We'll get a nice little oval in there. And then this piece, I'm going to cab the whole thing out. Smoky, smoky kingman. That should come out really nice. Something like that. We're going to get a full face instead of this edge line there. And yeah, it's the blade, Jed. It's actually, the blade is pretty soft, very, very thin. So I need a blade in between this one and the one I have over there. Yeah, I'm hoping. All right. This one is just, so this was a piece of something that Sam sent over. This is man-made turquoise, I believe. And I have zero idea what the inside's like. So we're just going to take a slice off the side. I don't even know what he was trying to go for here, but he put this in one of my bags just as a gift. So let me cut this, see what happens. Maybe, no, let's do this on the big saw. That one we're going to wait with. Yeah, we're going to head over to the big saw. It's a little bit safer. I say that, but you never know. Let's head over to the rust bucket. Like that. How about if I bring you guys up and then down? See how high up I can get you guys. I just can't see the chat when this happens. So let's take you up. Boop. Boop. Turn you. Like that might be better. Tighten it up. That way, if anything happens, you'll know exactly what happened. Let's do that. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Got enough water in there. Did need a little. It's watered down. Detergent. I've got that and that. Boop. All right. Let's cut a few of these. Then we're going inside. Cut this little agate here that came in from Soul Adventurist. I'm literally just gonna cut this face off. Sounds kind of wicked, really. Here we go. Oh, we're not going anywhere without changing out plugs. There we go. All right, here we go. Not as noisy, but it's a much thicker cut because the. All right, well, my statue's going to get clean over here. Where's my best cut on this? Is it a big one or a little one? I'm going right across here. So that one cut much straighter. And let's see, I have zero idea. It did not give me the lines I thought it was. Quartz. Nice piece though. Let's try. I have a bag of Mexican agates. We're going to cut this end off right here just to see if there's anything in here that's worth cutting into. So, give it an angle. That. So I'm angling this out. Well, I should probably go straight. Let's go straight. Weird stuff. You guys got to tell me what you think of this. Yeah, it got not yet. Got some streaks in there. This side looks pretty cool. We might get some more of that another time. Let's get some extra water in here. This piece turned out really nice. And we're going to try a Mexican agate. Then we might do one little Yowah knot that I've got. And then we're going to head in. Some extra water, plenty of water. So these were from Jeff Hill's sale, but just I don't know what they're selling. Pound of agate, something like that. Let's see, good one. Why not? That one. And that one. That's two. One I can see has lines. They're very thin. And not sure which way to cut that. I think I'm going to go right through this end right here to see if it works. chop the side off. I think not bad. Actually, it's got a little so no druzy pocket on this side. A little bit of a druzy pocket in there. So that's actually a pretty good cut. But you have to understand, I lost probably about this much of the stone went to the stone gods. Well, this isn't sharp. I do have to worry about things getting caught in the edge of the saw, but that's pretty much about it. Like, I'll show you even. Not to prove, well. So, cutting blades, wood blades, all that kind of stuff, usually have a cutout on the blade. You can't see because of the soap. You can see this is centered down to almost 10 millimeters. This is soft on the outside except for the diamond bits, then you can't even really feel them. And that diamond bit is impregnated all the way through the gold area that you can see there. But it's not sharp. Don't do this at home. But yeah, not sharp. Now the other thing you got to be careful of is sometimes they will do these sintered blades, but they'll put holes in here in the blade, which helps the material escape that gets sort of the mineral that gets cut out, and that can be detrimental if you get your fingers cut in those little holes. So yeah, keep an eye on the type of blades that you buy. All right, this one's got a little bit of weight to it. I think it's got like a little line going down the middle that way, but I don't think that's necessarily the way they cut it. Well, it could be. Well, it could be because I see it over here too. So let's do what you shouldn't do, and you can cut it right down the middle. Let's try this. This is a heavy one. Let's see. Do I do it that way or do it that way? Let's do it this way. It's gonna go right down that little fracture. Let's see, this would not be my natural instinct, the way I would normally cut it. But, so because the lines were that way, I probably should have cut the other way, but let's see. We did good. That's really good. So actually I can polish up this side. Oh, that's cool. And then I can polish this side. It'll sit like that. Sort of like a two-eyed eagle. I guess most eagles are two-eyed. So a two-eyed eagle rather than a one-eyed eagle. Hey Candy, how you doing today? Welcome in. Sorry I didn't see you pop in. Let's do one more, and then we'll do the little Boulder, the Yowah nut. This is actually really nice. I'm glad I did it that way. So went against my own instincts right there. So that's pretty cool. Let's find one more in the bag here. I hope everybody's doing all right. I know we got the week ahead of us, but it's not going to be too bad this week. I get to meet a new boss on Tuesday. That should be interesting. And I can see, I'm trying to find one that we can't really see inside of. There we go, there's an odd looking one. Very odd looking one. Let's see what way it sits. I think I'm going right through here. Right through here. But the kerf of the blade is going to take a lot of it out. And it's got a little natural handle on it right there. Boom. So let's give this a try. Right about there. Not so sure on this one. Not so sure. Oh, I was completely wrong. That's super. Look at that. Look at that. If you could see it. There we go. Look at the colors in there. Oh, very happy with that. Look at that. Very cool. All right. That's a good one. And a good cut. If you guys weren't here earlier, let me show this real quick and then we'll do the Boulder. I'm going to do a quick green screen. Koa that you see in the chat sometimes, he won one of my giveaways, one of the first, I think the first one, which was back at like 1,000 maybe, or maybe 500, I think 1,000. And so he won a piece of turquoise, and between him, his wife, and his son, they came up with a design in silver and then set it in for little Koa to have as a cuff. And just learned today, I thought he was like 5, going on 5. Older than 5. He's actually like 3.5 going on 4. Let's see if we can find what they made. It's really, no, that's not what we want. Come on. This is what they made. So, don't know why that's so big, but that's the main stone. And that is the cuff. And that fits the little guy, the little big guy. And what an honor. That's on the West Coast. They're about to start their own channel, I believe. And that is going to be their channel name. You can see it in the bottom there. And hey, 4-star. Yeah, Desiree, it's gorgeous. So, what an honor to have a stone set like that for a little guy that's going to be around a lot longer than I ever am. And yeah, fantastic. Really fantastic. And they've sent me some really nice emails thanking me. And wow. Okay, let's do this Boulder Opal. So this one, I would normally cut these sort of thin side, and I still don't know what to do with this one. This one's got that crack going around it. So is that where the opal formed through that crack? That crack goes all the way around. Normally I would probably cut it this way. So because of that crack, I'm inclined to cut it through that crack. But I'm not sure. And then it has this little anomaly over here, which is promising. So do we go this way? Or do we go through that crack? Cool, car. Oh yeah, car, by the way, that does have a few superpowers to it. You'll learn those as you get older. So which way? Do we go sort of this way, let's call that the thin way, all the way across the stone? Or do we cut through the crack all the way around, which is on a diagonal, which isn't the easiest thing for me to do. But, so, both. Well, yeah. So you have to think about also the thing you got to think about when you're cutting stones is the kerf, I think it's kerf, K-I-R-F, which is the thickness of the blade. And that's if I get it straight. If I get it straight, then it's just the thickness of the blade. If I wiggle wobble a little bit, then what I'm taking out and making disappear to the rock gods is a little bit thicker. And being that you're looking for opal in here, you don't want your opal to just disappear. So I think I'm going to try for the crack, which of course is the yeah, I thought about that too, Star. I don't. Oh, Star. Okay, watch me. Ready? Nope. Nothing in there. Wow. Zero, zippo. That's had me thinking for days, and there's nothing in there. So now, let's do this real quick. Boop. So I just guess I keep it like that as a specimen. Drink. I'm sure this will break off at some point. All right, let me see if I got another one. I've got a bigger one. All right, I got a bigger one. These haven't had much in them, just to let you guys know. And this one I'm going to cut straight across. And then if there's nothing there, I may cut here and then there. But I'm going to go right across here. And this is the last one, and then we're going to go inside. Man, this is going to get messy. Get some extra water in there. All right, here we go. Bubbles. Let's hope, but I don't think so. Let's wash it off a little bit. Let's bring it in a little bit. Nope. Oh, there's one. There's one. See that tiny, tiny little hole? So, potential, but nothing. I have a few more of these to do. We've cut one with Opal in it so far, but the pattern's really cool. So proper Yowah nut, and one of these days I'll just cut down these other sides just to double check it. But there you go. Let me wash my hands a little. And we're gonna head inside. Get my rocks together. Yeah. Okay, the rest can stay out. I'm gonna grab you out of here. I thought. Let's head in real quick. And we'll get back to business. I love cutting, but I also love being on my machine. So, yeah, it's a, if you like browns or like brown Jaspers, like, is it Bruno Jasper? There's some beautiful patterns. It's ironstone. All right. This is where the magic goes on. So this, let's get this out of here. These ones we backed a little bit earlier. I don't know if you guys remember that one from Thursday. This one needs to be cut, so these need to stay overnight, especially with how humid it is. And then I got a little Variscite sitting on a piece of petrified wood. That's still sticky. And I got that Kingman on a piece of wild horse Jasper. And now I got good stuff on me. And let's see which one of these. So that wild horse Jasper came from this giant chunk. Looks similar to, you know, the patterns look similar to a Variscite or a Turquoise, but it is not as a Jasper. Let me get something to take that off my fingers. Yeah, it'll turn out nice. And actually the thing about, I don't know if you guys noticed the Boulder Opal, the Yowah that we just cut, even that first one, excuse me, trying to get that mask out of me. Even that first one was really, really dark. That really, really dark matrix is what you're looking for in ironstone, Boulder Opal or Yowah nuts. Because it's so finely silicated, it's very hard, and it's very easy to polish. So even the dark, dark, dark brown from that first little one that Star gave me the strength to open up by hand, it will actually make really, really good backing for opal doublets. Because the lighter you get in Boulder, when you're buying Boulder and you start seeing really light, let's see, super light. So this is actually a great example. So light, that light is not what you're looking for, but that's only light on the outside from where it's stained. You start getting those darker rings, that's where the good opal starts to form. So the dark remains and the opal starts to infill in these lighter sandstony areas. You get that? Doink. And this was the piece we cut. I'm waiting on a new saw blade to cut the rest. But you see it started to form in these little pockets. And then also there's some greens and blues down in here. But this is the type of matrix that you're really looking for. That's the solid stuff. If you can get a cavity with inside of that fills with opal, you are doing really well. And we will cut that soon, promise. We get a new mask on. If you are new to the channel, trying to hit that 2400 mark if we haven't already. Then we're running for 2500. 2500, we will be doing another reward to subscribers and maybe just a lurker and a watcher. This last 100 took us 3 weeks, 4 weeks to do. So I would imagine in about 3-4 weeks, I'm hopefully going to be hitting that 2500. And then I can do a shout out and a thank you to you guys for being here in the first place and showing the support that you do. All right, what are we gonna cut? I'm gonna finish this one up this week. This was the natural light we did. It's showing better today. I had to go into my camera. Look at that Boulder Opal. I'm gonna have that in for like a week. So it's showing up the color a little bit better today. I had to change all my phone settings a little bit to make it look a bit better. Not with filters, but it was doing automatic things that I couldn't control. Let's put that over there. Oh, we could just do that. That's actually a really nice piece. Just gotta watch out for that little pocket. Okay, let's see. I think I need to back those. This one I don't think I need to back, so let's try this. Here comes some noise. I work on a Diamond Pacific Genie. She is amazing. Hey, Ladybug Lightning. do that. Let's get a little extra light on in there. Alright, Jeannie, you ready? Here we go. And there she goes. North Star, I want to thank you for those rubies again. So, black shirt and Variscite. I'm making nice, that's nice. Let's see if I can get something out of this. I actually like this side better. So let's go around the outside first. A little crumbly, but I'm pressing pretty hard on an 80 grit. So this will be my test piece about whether I need to back it or not. Get a quick picture on this. Good. Almost got my commissions finished. I'm so close on that bracelet with the Larimar. I probably should have done it now, but I've dirtied up this water, so. This is Krista. It is the Krista. Where am I? Oh yeah. Freckle Cat, if you're listening, would you put my email up, please? Please. If not, there we go. Anybody interested in stones or materials or just have a question, you're quite welcome to email me. Here, I'm going to stick it there, right there. Thanks. Somebody knows why I did that. And just getting things switched over, like payments and all that kind of stuff, to a single account. Where'd that come from? Came from there. Might just be prepping this piece. But I need to figure out which side I want to be the face. have to understand all these cracks that are in that chart. Looks like a cool mountain range, doesn't it? That's really neat close up. Starting to make me think Desiree-ish here. But you see how that crack comes through here? All the way down the bottom, probably goes all the way through here. And so I have to understand that, and in understanding that, I'm definitely going to have to back this. If I'm going to back it, which side is going to be the face? Hi everybody, welcome in. So if this is the face, this has to come, look at that person waving at you. That's going to have to go somehow all the way around this edge. Let's see if we can get rid of that. Not quite. Still a little chippy right there. So if I make this the top, I can blend all these areas down to a girdle. But that means I got to flatten this back like this. Here goes the mountain range. Yeah, I just don't think it's going to stick together. That's the problem, Desiree. Hey everybody, working on some, hi Ashley, appreciate you saying hi in the chat there. I think we're taking this down and then hopefully it doesn't crack out and I'll have to decide which side I'm going to back. So let's go. Not pressing hard, I'm just letting the wheel do the work. Sorry for the screeching. Oh, I kind of did star. I think it was about a wet saw, which I didn't see the question above it. Hi, Deborah. Let me see if I can see. Can I try that? Yeah, I think so. So really it depends on what's the most available as far as blades. So I think for you, Star, it would be, is it 180 is 6 inches? I don't think so. I think it's 200 millimeters, 6 inches. Maybe somebody can do the math on that. So is 180 millimeters 6 inches, or is that 5.5 or 5? Maybe it's 2 centimeters. Yeah, so if 180 is 6 inches, then, and it's the most prevalent or most used size of blade, Star, I would go with the 6 inch or the 180 millimeter. Is that right? 600 millimeters is 60 centimeters. 60 centimeters, that's pretty big. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't even put my fingers on that Star for 600 millimeters. That's big. have your neighbors come and bringing everything by to have you cut it for them. Oh, Ashley, thank you so much. I got some money, pirate money. Just for RocksAlot. Alright. Before I screw this up, I'm going to stop right here. So, let me show you. Hi everybody. Hope you're having a good Sunday. There's no sport on right now, so you might as well come over and watch me on Sundays at 2 o'clock. It can be dangerous sometimes, so, you know, it can be pretty exciting. See if I chop off a finger or not. Wow, so could keep bringing it down. It just, with that shirt in the middle, I don't think there's anything that's going to show up even if I brought it down. So let's get a little bit cleaner. So that would be the face, or I could do a face like that. Hey Juan, how you doing? Bob? I sure do, Bob. Isn't it great? Means I'm doing something I enjoy. Although, if you want, anybody who wants to, you can do super chat or rubies, and I will put it to manicure for sure. Maybe even a pedicure as well. And believe me, there's plenty of people in the family that want to paint my nails for when I go live. I have not broken down yet. Yeah, so we're going to pull that out, and I'm afraid of this little fracture going through to the it actually really just goes to here. Then it's healed up with Variscite. So I think I'm going to leave that for right now, and we're going to do the same thing that we did with the others. I'm going to back it with some JB Weld on that side, and then we'll be good. This one. No. Alright. Let's see. This one might need to be back too, but I'm only going to find out if I put it on here, so let's go for it. Do a quick picture of this one. And then after this one, we'll do the king one, and then we might call it. Man, that's chunky right there. That's a shame. I wonder. Okay, well, it won't break. It won't break. There it goes there. Splintery. in. Yeah, and if you're ever interested in a stone that I cut, I just pinned the email down the bottom there. Just reach out to me. And maybe you see it in an older short. I'm not sure if I still have it. You're quite welcome to... Man, now see, now I'm going to the back of this one too. So, the same thing. I think I'm gonna have to back this one. Let's see what happens when I roll this over. Okay, looking good. Now my question, or my thoughts have to be this area. Not very healthy. And then that's the back. And I think, just like the last one, even though I love what I thought was going to be the front, I'm going to switch it. So I got to fill that in. So I've got to kind of clean this out a little bit. See how bad that is? It goes all the way through to there. Ah, that's not good. Huh. I might even have to break it. See how it's rough all the way through? And I could stabilize it by using epoxy, but all that's got to go. So I took all that out and it's still not healthy in there, but it's a shame. So, what do we do? What do we do? Turn it upside down, bring it in. How do I cut it off? I might end up having to cut it off. Hey John, where's John go? I didn't know John was in. John, how you doing, sir? So, here's another one. I happen to have it here. Oop. Can you guys see that? That's jvross65@yahoo.com. Slabs and material. All you have to do is reach out to his email and ask him what sort of material you're kind of looking for. And he should be able to set you up. If he doesn't have it, he will certainly look for it and find it for you. Ah, okay. Let's do it again. Oh. Thank you, Jeff. I'll put one through. She did remind me last time, just so you know. So I kind of switched wheels here. I don't know how I'm going to do that. It's quite the chunk. I almost feel like I should do a ring stone like that, and probably another ring stone either like that or like that. Or I could try and fill it in and bring it down just a little bit from the top like that. But I won't know that until I try it. So I think we're done with this one. So instead of just cutting and shaping and moving on, I am doing a lot of prep work. Let me show you how close I got with the commissions that I was doing. Just real quick. We're almost done. Back it up a little bit so I don't get splashed on. Boom. So let's have a look. I think they're in here. So this was the first one. This one actually wasn't too hard. So yeah, I have to take these to the jeweler on Tuesday. So this was the original. I kind of like the original, but the client wanted this blue honker in there. And there you go. So it actually looks pretty good with it like that. So that was the first one. And then, where's my bag there? And the other one, I'm so close. I wish we could do it now, but I'm gonna wait. The water's so dirty. So, did use a dop stick. I know people don't see me use a dop stick often. So it was missing. It was only missing one of those stones, and then the other one fell out as well. I guess I should slow that down, shouldn't I? It's a nice cuff, Larimar. Both those stones. One I have, which actually helped. So this is the original stone. This is the original one that popped out. Oh, almost lost it. That's why I get scared doing this. Alright, now the original doesn't want to go in. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that's the original. Let's pull that out. And this is the one I cut. And I'm so close. So close. This is the one I cut. I like the color a bit better. Yes, that is ironstone all over my fingernails. And that's how close I am. I just got a little tiny little bit to go. Like maybe a 1/10 of a millimeter, maybe 2/10 of a millimeter, and that'll pop right in there. They're really happy with that. Let's see. Let me see. I'm over here on the 600 to my right. I don't want to take too much off. I wasn't going to do this right now. I just took it really quick through 3 wheels. If it doesn't go in, it doesn't go in, and I'll finish it up Let's see. Yeah, so close. Right, tiny bit to go. Sorry, I got sidetracked here. It's pretty easy for me. Alright, I better stop before I lose the stone or ruin it. Let's see. Paint. Here we go. Tiny, tiny little bit to go. Teeny weeny little bit. Anyway, so pretty happy with that fit. And hopefully the jewel will be happy with it too. And there's the 2 commissions, and then I take the money from the commissions, I put it in the same place that I get from YouTube. I've only had one check from YouTube for $113, and I'm working on my second one for $150, I think next month. And I'm putting that all together with the money I get from selling stones, and eventually it'll go to some new equipment, maybe at Christmas. Let's do this. So this one we're going to back like the other pieces. Came off the top of this. We're going to do this one. Actually, let's do a quick picture. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for being here. Sorry I got sidetracked a little bit there. Thank you so much for all those thumbs up. That helps push it out as well. And yeah, let's do this. So that's underneath. We're going to back this one, get an extra little stone. And hopefully I get a nice stone out of this. Here we go. I'm just going to go around the edge. Yeah. Sorry, my thinking cap just went on. I'm wondering if I should just dome it off and leave the live edge like that. Put a hole in the top and just put it as a chunk. Well, let's take the top. I wouldn't normally do this. I'm going to take the top down first and make a decision from there. Well, change of plan. It happens. So let's see. Alright, get a little bit of a drink here. What have we got today? We got mango. Let's get close in. Yeah, we'll see. It's all... The only part I don't like about that idea is just this part right here. The rest of it sort of nice and smoothed out already. Let's see. I'm going to take the top. Double water going on this one. It is stabilized. I do have a mask on. Maybe somebody could wire wrap this one. Having those natural indentations around the edge is an easy catch point for wire. So maybe. Gonna screech for a couple of seconds here, or a minute, about a minute. I'm pressing pretty hard. A little bit more here. Sometimes the stone changes your initial sort of outlook or input, or the design may change as you go along. Hi there, thank you for saying hi. I don't want to mispronounce your name. You're looking nice. I'm going to bring that down some right here. A little bit of a dome on it. It's not scented. Go to the next wheel. Right now I'm doming it as though I had a slight girdle on it, or I had a girdle on it. The girdle being that flat side where you would curl in some bezel wire. Now I'm just trying something a little bit different. Always trying something a little bit different. Alfonso, welcome in. A soda, but not a dish soda. Thank you for being here. Cutting this piece of Kingman. So right now I have that sort of natural live edge on there, the nuggety part. That's really nice. Some metal showing up in here. Really nice blues. Sort of got a bit dome to it. I don't like this little dark bit. I don't know how to get that out. I mean, I do, but... I don't want it to take away... I don't want it to... Let's move on to the next bit. I don't want it to take away from sort of that nuggety edge right now. That's fine. Yeah, it's just this one right here. I want to take that off. Wish it would pop off, but it won't. Let's see if I can do this. It's a little surgical operation here. Getting there. It's hardly even touching the wheel right now. I'm just using the edge. I have a problem getting Topo Chico. What is Topo Chico? I don't know what that is, by the way. Sorry for not knowing. Slowly coming in, and I'm almost there. Trying to keep it sort of semi-choppy. Okay, so kind of see how I did my operation. A little tiny bit to go, but I'm okay with it. Let's do this. Wow. Even with its flaws, it's really nice. So if I wanted, I could bring it all in, make an oval up in here. And I could still do that at a later time. But for right now, I like it. Going over the back again. Desiree, you gotta tell us what Topo Chico is, because it's making me hungry and I don't know why. Oh wow, look at all the metal on the back too. All that metal in there. I might have to think about it. I might have to make something out of this one. I know a few of you have gone back, or the algorithm's been throwing you back to some of my older shorts, and which is really cool actually. So there was the one where I had that big chunk of opal. Actually, I could do that. I could do the same, put a hole through it, put a little cup on the front, and make a similar one with a different stone, maybe a bigger stone on it. Maybe that's what I'll do. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Then I can make the stone as big as I want, because the one I had that I put on that one that I already did, sort of upcycled, the stone was really tiny. And maybe I need to make one with a bigger stone in it. Probably opal again. Or I could do something like, right. Something like that, maybe. I mean, maybe the stone, that's too big of a stone, but looks like a frog. Alright, I think we're done with that one. What's next? I think we're going to cut that wild horse. The other stuff is setting and drying up. I could do the greeny green. I'm saving that one. Saving that one. That one's done. You can get a quick picture of kind of what we did. A little bit. Then we'll do the wild horse. I haven't done the wild horse in a while. So we also, I backed, where is it? Let's see. Where is she? Let's have a look. So these are the ones I got drying so far. Just a regular piece of American turquoise. This one was a piece of turquoise. I think it's Chilean, but it was natural and it was very soft, so we had to back that one. This was a really thin piece of Kingman, super bright. Put the wild horse on the back, and that was a piece of Variscite, and I put that on this piece of petrified wood. But a good idea for this last stone is if I cut this, I'll get an idea of when I go back to that Kingman and this piece glued together. Also want to try, where did it go? Let me see how hard this wood is. How hard's your wood? This is like swampy stuff from the southeast. You get the heavy tannins in the water. So not very hard there on the barky side. Pretty patterns though. And then that middle is a little bit harder. I tried to behave today. Had so many people in. We got on the thumbs up there. I only know it because of the school kids from Crackle Cat. And they went through a whole... Other kids... Crackle Cat's kids get into trends about 3 months after they've been and gone. So, it was really quite funny. Alright. Get a quick picture on the front. We're going to try and shape this up. This is white horse Jasper. Wild horse Jasper. Can be a little muddy. Oh, I gotta be careful of this sneaky little guy right there. Add a little bit more water. There you go. Yeah, this stuff's nice. It's not I don't think it's a howlite. It's a Jasper. Similar to a white buffalo with a different type of matrix to it. But white buffalo is a phosphate, at least. I believe. Or is it a magnesite? So I was going to get rid of this corner, but I want to keep that hole. So I'm going to end up taking this off down here. Yep, that's good. Still gotta watch that hole. So normally I would probably bring this in. I could still. I lose that. I think I'm gonna leave it on the back. Go around that corner. Pretty good. Now, so really that's the back I'm looking at. That was the front for right now. And I wish all that came in further, the little wispies. Because they're probably about to disappear. I can bring that in a little bit here. Gotta make sure my geysers are the right way up. Alright. Gonna take that 45 down all the way around. Hopefully. That was pretty quick. Coming around to the final corner. And that just puts that 45 on there. Looking good. Looking really good. I'm going to try and do a 30. 30 to a 15 maybe. Alright, need to go on to the next wheel before I make it all disappear. Thank you, Miss Tori. It's a pretty piece. It's a big piece. It's a pendant somehow. Chunker. And some of my pieces, you gotta not be afraid of yourself, kind of thing, because they will bring attention. Although, in some way, if they bring attention to the jewelry and not necessarily to you as a person, then maybe that's a good thing. I like how the little wispies are hanging in there. Alright, now I'm going to do a little bit of the pull out. Oh, see, you said it yourself, Desiree, me too. Tofik, well, quick welcome in. Yeah, I mean, 3 inches, maybe 3.5. I have some sort of measuring. I do have lots of measuring devices, just not where they're meant to be. There you go. So yeah, Star, if you were talking about 600 millimeters, is that what you said? If it's 180, that's fine. But a 600 millimeter blade is enormous. So that is 60 centimeters. So, I mean 60 millimeters. That's 6 centimeters. About 3 inches. Alright, a little bit of the pull out. Now, and we could do it with this one actually. And dry it off a little bit. Just dry it off just a little bit, and then I'm going to put the Sharpie on it. Hopefully it doesn't sink too far in there. I'm going to do it too much. So I could have done it really hard, but I can't remember if this is porous or not. So now I'm just going to start drawing it from I colored in the center pretty heavy. So I'm going to go from the center and draw it out all the way around on this wheel. See how I got cracks in there? I hope that didn't happen. Make sure it's didn't dry. I'm going really light. I'm patting this down. I gotta be careful on this wheel because I have a mystery, I don't know where it is, but there's a mystery diamond on here that must have fallen out of the maker's ring or something, I don't know. Likes to scratch my stone. So yeah, got a little black in there. Still got a few wheels to go. Hi everybody, welcome in. Oh, okay. So 18 millimeters. That's pretty small, but you can do stuff with that. It might be similar. Let's see if I can. To this. And that's good for little cuts. Some people are really good at cutting with that. I've seen a few Opal cutters that do really straight lines with that. I can do pretty straight lines with it when it's in a vise, but when I'm doing it by hand, that blade wiggles a little bit, and that means that gap that you're cutting out gets wider. I think I'm moving on to the next wheel before I do something wrong here. Yeah. Let's go on over here. Oops. I think I got lucky. Probably shouldn't have used that Sharpie on here. Probably should have used the pencil. Hi everybody, welcome in. You hit this RocksAlot channel, and we take ugly rocks and do makeovers on them. I'm a rock makeover. So welcome. This is Wild Horse Jasper. It is. So that's what comes in that Dremel kit that came from, it's a rotary tool kit, I should say, not Dremel. I guess it's a good thing to start with, so. You start getting the hang of things and then you can sort of move up to bigger equipment. Oh, it's pretty. A little bit of a dome, not much. You see how we steered away from that little bug on the back here. We still got that little hole. We did really well. That's a really nice piece too. Alright. I'm pretty happy. Put another highlight on that one. Get a couple of looks. What do we do with the other ones? Huh, don't know. Anyway, not bad. Plus we did all that work outside, which was fantastic. I think I might finish this one up. Do you want to finish this one up? I'm going to finish this one up just to see if I have to come back and cut it another time. If anybody's ever interested in any stones, down the bottom there is my email. Just reach out to me. I will get back to you. And if you don't see a reply from me in your email, go ahead and hit any comment or chat area and just let me know you sent an email. If it's the first time, then I have to go in there and pull it out of the junk mail. That doesn't always happen, but it does sometimes. Okay, let's move over. I hope. Good here. Good. And down. Almost reported you there, so. I could do a long oval. We were also thinking maybe even, I might even just leave it like that, so. And put a hole through the top with a little bezel through it with a little cup on the end. I'll put another stone on top of there, and then put a little hook or something on the back to hang it. Or if I don't, I can always come back and oval it. Oops. I do like to do that a fair amount. I do like to cut things where it's a possibility, let it sit in my brain and bounce around for a little bit. And if I don't like it, or whoever wants it, whoever wants to buy it doesn't like it, I can always come in, trim it all in, and then like that. So, I don't know. But I might do something with this one myself, for myself. Yeah, this one might be for me, North Star. of like a natural look to a lot of stones. And also, why I like the nuggety style is I get less questions about whether it's real or not. And I don't mean like stabilized or enhanced or anything like that. I mean just, is it real material or is it man-made material? We'll see what I come up with for this one. It might be similar to that one that I already redid from, who was it, Christy over at Ladies Who Loop. She hasn't been doing much lately. She's also a lawyer, so she's probably pretty busy. Pendants or pendulums? So, like crystal pendulums. You have to remember where we're from, Star, so I gotta be careful what I dabble into and what I don't. No, I have not. Although those crystals that Sol brought me today, or sent me, would probably be good, right, Star? Might be good pieces to give a try on. Ooh, that metal's coming out. Look at that. That's wet, but it's polishing up fantastic. That's just the 600. Hey, everybody. Sorry, I didn't know everybody came in. Thanks for being here. Just cutting some turquoise. This is Kingman. Right now I'm leaving it sort of natural instead of, I'm cabbing out both sides and leaving the edges sort of live edge. If I want to come back later and turn it into a different shape, I can. But I thought I'd see how it polished it up and go from there. Alright. I have to work on my silver work, but it's all ready. I'm ready to do it. I've had a few people in comments lately asking me if I silversmith. And then after seeing Toa and his family's cuff that they put in today from the piece that he won, I mean, that's just stupendous to me. I can take this off. Oopsie, almost lost you guys in the water. You wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up while you're here, that'd be fantastic. I go live on Sundays at 2 and Thursdays at 6 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. But even if you don't, I'm just really happy you're here, so thanks for coming in. Being that there's so many in, now I got to stick around for a little bit, so we'll do that next stone as well. This is a 1200 grit on this piece of Kingman. That metal's starting to really polish up right there. See the metal here? All these flat spots here are actually metal. All of them. So they're shining up really nice. And the back has some big chunks on it. If you don't want to hit the thumbs up or subscribe, you can hit that little emoji looking sign thing down in the right hand corner and pick hearts or confetti or whatever it is you want to put on the screen. Those help as well. Really? That may be very tempting, North. Oh man, this is looking nice. So we do have a local wire wrapper as well, and I might be able to take this to her. I have all the silver wire. Maybe I got to think about dates, and unfortunately now starts storm season for us. I'll find out more on Tuesday morning. So Tuesday morning I've got a meeting, a general meeting, and then I've got a storm meeting, I don't know, next week sometimes as well. Probably the same day, which will really suck. But I'm part of the emergency operations. When it comes to storms. Which is good and bad. Fortunately, Freckle Cat can be with my father-in-law. But I worry a bit more about the house. Well, that's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Alright everybody, so this might be a temporary cut, or it may be how it ends up being. I just wanted to finish it up, and let's do a dry check and a dry look. So this is just up to the 3000 grit, no ZAM yet, and I like that. I really like that. Back. A lot of metal right there. Pretty stone. Thank you, Desiree. So yeah, so to wire wrap it wouldn't be too hard. I mean, it's got the little indentation here, nice little indentation here, something to hold on to up here, and another one over here. So I sort of do here, here, and here. This could be pretty cool. All right, very happy with that. Do the wild horse. And a little bit more water. I'm going well over my time. We've done a lot today. Between the unpacking of Saul's... Hey Saul! How did you know I was about to say your name? So, we did an unpacking of the box, Saul. It's so nice of you. Thank you so, so much. And we went through a lot of the rocks. The kids are going to be absolutely flabbergasted. And the agates that they're going to get to see, the quartz structures and geodes they're going to get to see, they're so kind. So thank you so, so much. Definitely came to a good home. And they will be a great teaching tool for Freckle Cat. Kind of how we discussed it a little bit earlier. That's okay. It's always going to be there, and I'll probably take a few bits out of it and put up some shorts. I think I did sneak one or two pieces into my pocket though. There's like a little double terminated, triple terminated quartz piece that's in my pocket. I don't know if the kids get to see that one. We'll see. Actually, let's see. Hopefully it's still in my pocket. Yep, there she is. This is the one, so this is the one I stuck in my pocket for right now. Yep. That is really neat. It'll go to the kids too, but what a great little formation. That's fantastic. Like a double, triple on there. Almost looks like a speedboat. And termination on that end. Not very big. It says a lot and teaches a lot, so thank you. But yeah, we went through all the bags. We even sprayed the wet ones. There were a couple in there we didn't know. I'll have to maybe screenshot them, maybe you know. Oh, while you're there, I'll do it right now. There's the raven ball. Maybe you can help me with this one. Hi everybody, thanks for sticking in there for a second. This one. Any ideas? Just a rock? I don't know. Very cool looking. So some of them we know and some of them we don't. And these were really, where is it? No. Oh, it's in the other bag. The druzy ones are awesome. And then what about these? A and B. Anyway. Dendritic Jasper. Okay. Let's get back to what we're meant to be doing. Ah, young. Must be named after me. Just drawing this one out in the middle. Pretty flat piece, a large piece. I know, right? I forget what piece it was that Freckle Cat had, that she had. Maybe it was the obsidian that I sent in. I don't know if it was petrified or obsidian, but she did ask her class about 2 months after she had shown them some of the pieces that I sent in, just to see if they remembered stuff, and they actually remembered it all. That, and occasionally she'll play and speed up some of my lives that we do. And I'm also an educational tool. I might be a tool, but I don't know if I'm an educational tool. I don't know. It's almost like Rocky Road with extra marshmallows. Well, that's fun. Sit in the river and the rocks and find stuff and get clean at the same time. You don't want to really hang out in the rivers around here for too long. I'm going to do this bottom edge. Going back just for a second, I just got to take that little sharp edge off the bottom. And it just helps it from helping it from chipping out. Not that it was going to, but it helps. Just a little bit. What an awesome live we've had today. Really enjoyed it. Shame we didn't find that $20,000 Boulder Opal yet, but we're working on it. One of them will pay off. Right? Yeah. Luckily I had some time, but I gotta spend it with Freckle Cat and doing exactly the same kind of thing. Gotta be, you gotta go out in the wild somewhere. Just for the quiet, the peace of mind, the nature. It is definitely a stress reliever. And we got plenty of places to go around here. It would help if Toby didn't get me at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, we're going out soon. Alright. Rounding that edge. Rounding this edge. Now I know how this cuts. Thursday, if not before. Sorry, Thursday. It'll be Thursday. We've got those 4 pieces that I already JB welded and backed. We've got that Kingman turquoise with the so that's the Kingman. Really thin on one side, thicker on the other. Put the Wild Horse Jasper on that one. Little piece of green Variscite, which you can't see right now, but that's on a piece of petrified wood. And then I've just backed these 2 off. This was the turquoise, it was natural turquoise, and this was an American turquoise from sand. So we'll do those on Thursday. Right now those are curing up, but we needed to test. I needed to do a cut on this one just to see how hard it is relative to that Kingman. Very similar actually in hardness, so that was a good choice. The Variscite and the petrified wood, that's going to be a little trickier because the hardnesses are completely different. Under the last wheel. Shooting through this one. Hi everybody, welcome in. there's no sports for the rest of the summer, so come hang out with me on Sundays. There's some golf, maybe some tennis, maybe darts and some axe throwing. Oh, I guess we got World Cup. What am I thinking? Can we have World Cup coming up? Yeah, put the World Cup on the telly and watch me on the phone. Or the other way around, put me on the telly and watch the World Cup on your phone. Alright, gotta be careful because I got that metal disc down the end on this one. Maybe we'll talk about the World Cup as it gets a bit closer and we start actually playing some games. That'll be fun. Maybe I could do like a World Cup materials cutting, and whoever wins the game between Mexico and Honduras depends on what type of material that we cut. We have England against Indonesia. I don't know. I do. I got too many screens going at once, so obviously I love to support all the rest of the rock pounders and the jewelry resellers. Some of the our adventure channels that go out in the wilderness. A little bit of gold panning, mining. I can hear Star already screaming, why haven't I put my playlist up yet? I can hear John telling me, or Mr. Jed telling me, where's my email up here? Where's my email up there? Well, I have my email down the bottom there if anybody's ever interested in a stone. This is turning out really nice. Yeah, I like Wild Horse. It's not exactly a phosphate, but it looks like one. And cuts like one, or if not better. Yeah, I like cutting this. You get a chance to get some of this, it's not too expensive. And not too hard to cut. So I think we'll do a zam on this one too, why not? Why not? She is going down. We're going to step over to the zam real quick. I don't remember if the Wild Horse reacts to the zam or not. There's really only one way to find out. Couple of little notches right there where the light is. Yeah, I could take those out. I think this reacts though, but we're going to check it out. Let's see. Boink. Let's go over to the zam. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Coming on in. That should work. Alright. Got 10 more thumbs up to hit 100. What a great live we've had today. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed today for some reason. I enjoy them all. But this one's been really fun. I think a mix between cutting outside and cutting on the wheels. Right, Star. I gotta send you that. I told you I did the AI. I'll send it to you. I haven't publicized it, so I'll have to send it to you. All right, Sam. Chromium aluminum oxide. This should cost you no more than $10 for the little quarter. When you get it, it won't look like that. It looks like a crusty, dried up piece of something, and Don't be put off by that. It does come down to the wax inside. You just push it up from the bottom, and you'll see the wax underneath. So this is a wax, so it does give it a slight film. I don't like to load mine up too much, because I don't like to have to dig it out of the crevices when I'm done. Reacts really well with phosphates, so turquoise, varisites. Yeah, I need, what do we got? 10 more thumbs up, that's it. So if you don't like watching me, hit the thumbs up, and I'll be out of here. If you do like watching, hit the thumbs up, because we're pretty close to getting out of here anyway. Alright, so there's certain materials that I don't do often enough to remember whether they react or not, and this is one of them. So we're going to see if the brown matrixy part picks up the ZAM or has some sort of reaction. 91 and counting. Hi everybody. So if you missed today's, hit that subscribe, or you just came in a few minutes ago, hit the subscribe. I'll be going live again on Thursday at 6. I will be putting up shorts throughout the week. So ZAM did a fabulous job on this. Look at that. So yeah, I put some shorts up during the week, and then I go live on Thursdays at 6, Sundays at 2. That's Eastern Standard Time. We have been on for 3 hours and 15 minutes today. So I enjoyed spending my time with you guys. I might just show Koa's little cuff real quick one last time as well. See if we can get up to that 100 thumbs up. So if you don't thumbs up for me, maybe you'll thumbs up for Koa. Let's get this. Whew. I'm not sure if I did, but I'm hoping I went over 2400 today. What a mark. I was at like 240 this time last year, so I must be doing something right. Maybe you guys can tell me. I really enjoy this, and now that I'm selling rocks, maybe I can get back a few of the pennies that I put out, and we can just continue this on. Alright, you ready for this one? Wild Horse Jasper. Really nice. Ooh, it's hot too. What a great little piece. Love it. And do that. I'm going to show you guys real quick one last time, and then we'll finish off with the, So this was from the first giveaway we ever did. I think this went to Koa and his family, and they turned it into this. So that was the last giveaway. The next giveaway is going to be at 2,500. You do have to be subscribed, and then we'll do one for everybody that's lurking, because I like to lurk on other people's channels too. So there'll be rewards for everybody just for hanging out. The thumbs up do help. But yeah, this went on little Koa, and I imagine he's going to be wearing this for a while. He is not quite 4 years old. And they're going to be starting their own channel down the bottom there. I don't know if you can quite see it. It's going to be Live for Today Adventures. And they're not quite going yet, and I'll let everybody know when they do get started. But what a compliment. And the email they sent me, what a wonderful family. I can't wish them anything but the best. So let's go back to what we were doing. Thank you all so much in there. Koa, you rock, buddy. You rock. Let's do this. Haha! I am a lurker for sure. Just like Koa Uno here, because they've been in for a long time. And then there's this. So I don't know, can it polish up any better? Looking pretty good. And for right now, I like that I left that sort of live edge to it. And I can change that anytime I want. Or the person that buys it can change it if they want. So all the black spots are metal. They do shine. I got 5 more thumbs up to go. And here we go. Let's get this done. Actually, this one I can actually do a little bit of extra zen. Doo-doo-doo. Yep, 5 more likes and I'm out of here. If you don't like me in your feed, hit that thumbs up. Yeah, Star, I wish we could show him wearing it. It's the cutest thing you've ever seen. It really is. Alright, I'm actually going to do the edges just a little bit. Not pressing too hard because I don't want to pull a nugget out. I don't want it to fly. Alright, and now let's get the face up to 96. Look at that back. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, just double tap the screen, or I think if you go to the top there, you can see the thumbs up, thumb down. Either one. It's free, but it helps me, and I appreciate it if you do. If not, I will come and thumbs up your channels. Alright, here we go. This is fantastic. Look at this. That's the back. I actually love the back. All the metal up in there. Turn her over. Look at that. It's a beautiful piece. Beautiful, beautiful piece. Let's get that highlighted, done. And I think that's it. Let's turn this off. And head back over real quick. Show what we're going to be doing on Thursday. And then I got to go get something done. I don't know about the rest of you. I appreciate you all hanging out all this time. Let's do this one. I think maybe this one. There we go. So let's move over here. Oof. Yeah, that ain't gonna work, but that's okay. So 1, 2, got that to go. This was gonna be kidney stone. So this is what we got done today. Love the turquoise. 3 thumbs up to go. I don't normally ask, actually. It doesn't matter. But if I'm at 97, I can hit 100, right? So that's today. We did some awesome time outside today. Soul_adventurous. Thank you so much for the giveaway box that you sent me. Not sure what we're going to do with the Dremel yet. I don't know if we will send it to school. I have a few. So maybe we'll send it to school. Maybe we'll send it to a new home. Or maybe all mine break down and we and I need it. Who knows? And then these are the pieces we're going to be doing on Thursday. It's hardening up slowly. It's very humid around here. So piece of Kingman. Really thin, thick on that side, actually thinner on that side. And that is also on a piece of Wild Horse Jasper. We've got this, which is a nice piece of Variscite. American turquoise. I forget which turquoise that is, but it's natural. I got to ask Dave on that one. And then got some more Variscite to do. I think that's it. Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? Oh yeah, 22. Can I finish this off in 8 minutes? Maybe. Let's try. Thank you for the 98. 2 to go, people. 2 to go. Oh no. Well, that made the decision. So the wheel machine is now needs not fixing, just needs cooling down. So I'm gonna let it cool down. This was a piece from the last one. Oh, look at that! Did it crack? It did, didn't it? Look at that. So since we did this one, it has cracked out. Ready? What a shame. Boink. Wow. Interesting. I couldn't save that one, so that's 2. I got to be careful with some of these materials. And you know what we can do though? I think we can do it. Why not?